What I was saying is, okay, boom. She filed the first motions, which is all about the unredacted discovery that she wants about Nipsey Hussle, Eric Holder, and all of the associates and the property, whether or not, all their criminal history, gang affiliation, everything. Okay, that's the first motion. Boom. Now she files a motion to drop the two attempted murder charges. So I pose the two what ifs. And one of them I need help from the LA show audience. Okay. The first what if is a weak ass what if, okay? I'm gonna admit it, but I'm gonna say that I'm limited on this. The first inclination I got was what if they're offering him a deal? But no, that's not, I don't think that. That's not a deal because a deal is not to knock off the charges and you still go to trial. A deal is we don't go to trial, you get a deal, or you sign off on it, boom, he goes to prison. It's easy. Uh so I guess my first what if is not really a what if. The second what if is the one. What if he is saying indirectly, or these two drops, is that it was, yes, I had a gun, I didn't kill Nipsey, and it was self-defense when I shot at Carrie and Shermy. What if it's self-defense? Two guns, confirmed. Two shooters, the facts say, and remember, I always say facts doesn't mean truth. But we have someone who says there were two shooters. Is that the truth? We'll see.
I
Another
mean,
what if.
mhm.
Go ahead, go ahead. I want to
No,
share
I'm just
feedback on.
saying you're making good points. Now, my thing about it is I'm looking at it from a more cutthroat, just straight through point of view. I'm thinking that she's trying to drop these charges because of the cooperation or the lack thereof of Shermy.
And that's a good possibility. That's a good possibility. That's a good possibility. And let's say he's in it saying that he's not guilty of all charges, but I want definitely these two off because I'm not either shooter.
Hmm.
So I'm just saying we have to consider all of these possibilities as to the motive of why these two charges are being dismissed. Is it a self-defense? Is it a which I think is deal talk? Okay, I did it, but I didn't intend to shoot them two. I was just trying to shoot Nipsey. That's deal talk to me. And he's saying not guilty and going to trial. You see what I'm saying? So I don't buy that
Yeah.
one. I don't buy that one because that's what when you read that when you're reading that article, it's saying the distance and all. It's like that's like saying, okay, I didn't intend. I was shooting. I was intending Nipsey, but I wasn't trying to get Carrie and Shermy.
I'm going to read it one more time.
Yeah,
Holder
do
is
it.
facing the following charges: one count of murder, two counts of attempted murder, two counts of assault with a deadly weapon, and one count of felon in possession of a firearm. His defense motioned to have the two counts of attempted murder, which rest on the kill zone theory, dismissed. In order for the kill zone theory to apply when determining attempted murder, six factors must be proven. There is a primary target, type of weapon used, distance between the shooter and the target, the proximity to other victims to target, whether victims are in an enclosed area, and whether the target was moving in the attack.
I just want to say a sidebar, got people. Uh, it could be standardized language, but listen to the choice of language used in that article. Maybe it's standardized, but where have you heard that before? Killzone, attended target. Does that sound like a gang shooting to you?
Mm-mm.
Does that sound like a typical gang walk up? It's not, it's not a drive by. He just walk up on you, ba 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 ba.
Hmm.
I don't know. I know it's just peculiar. Maybe it's just me, and I'm subject to error, of course. Uh,
Everybody.
the third thing I was gonna say is, why would you ask for this? I mean, yeah, I'm asking the question, why would you ask for this? Does it is it indirectly saying that completely I'm innocent of this, and plus, and damn sure I'm not guilty of these two? I know you're not gonna dismiss the Nipsey thing. I know I'm gonna have to fight that. But these two, you guys gotta drop that. Plus, this guy didn't even testify in the grand jury. So, get this off and let's go to battle in court in trial.
Hmm. Well, I love to see how this, works out for him. And, like we said, we already told you who his defense attorney was. We already gave you a little bit of insight on this woman, how she maneuvers, public defender and all. She's going to fight your case. So, rest in peace to Nip. I'm
LA,
just, I'm really not feeling it.
LA, since we talking about Eric Holder, should we clear up that thing about the hospital? Or are you
Yeah,
gonna
we
save
might
that?
as well.
Or
We
are you
might
gonna
as well.
save that?
No, we might as well let that out the bed
Okay.
because that's just fraudulent. That's not true. We've had people make a call um, to the Twin Towers facility where we've had that call before, and we have verified that Eric Holder is not in a medical facility at that USCM hospital or UCSM hospital. He is at Twin Towers Medical Facility, and he has had a routine visit at that USCM or UCSM hospital.
Right.
So
He has a regular visit where he goes to that hospital. I think on a
that could be for health reasons or that could be for mental health reasons. Who are we to speculate that? But in talking with that person on the phone and hearing that conversation myself, it was said over the phone that he has not had any type of suicide attempt in his stay at the Twin
dating
Towers
back to
facility
April.
when he
Dating
was
back to April.
arrested. Hmm.
Yes, dating back to April. He has none of that on his file.
Now, the thing where we go back and we think back to when he was first arrested at that Bellevue place, that's just something to think about, you guys. It's just something to think about.
Right.
I don't know what to say about it. This guy has the perfect disguise. He has the anonymity, he has the mental health disorder, and now he has not one but two pretty badass lawyers.
Hey, check this out. We got to say this too, because we've never said this and we've been holding this. Okay. Also, now me and LA have worked on several Southern California cases. In every case, we try to do background searches just to follow if the story is lines up. You know what I mean? And we're trying to investigate it on our own. So there was one case in particular that all parties involved, we could find all of their arrest history, their conviction history, and we didn't spend no money to do that. This is all public information, and you just have to know how to access it online. And we were able to access it. When this case came up, what shocked me is that almost everybody, particularly Eric Holder, was a ghost. You can't find nothing on Eric Holder. And the crazy thing is, there is, I won't say the location because it could be, funny stuff in the internet, or it might be a real person, but there is another man with the same birth date, the same name, same city affiliation. I'll say it like that, coded, and you figure it out. And I'm not talking about the obvious. But a whole nother person.
Well,
And
they get
when you go
deep.
down the line of players that we listed out for you guys, there's only certain people where you can get their uh their arrest records,
Yes.
or I mean not arrest records, but their online presence of being arrested or online
Mhm.
presence of being convicted. There's only a
Mhm.
very few people. Because when you say the hospital thing, I think that's a key component to his identity and lack of traces on the internet, being a person of the street and being the person who's been in and out of jail and arrested for different
Yeah.
things.
I
Not
think
to
what we all
mention,
need to do is just think about it, you guys. Just really,
yeah,
really think about it, and it'll all start adding up. We're gonna
one
have to
more
wait
thing,
until trial.
one more thing. Just go to the transcripts when the person gives the description of the database and how they were able to identify and
Hmm.
make sure that Eric Holder is Eric Holder. Just read that for yourself.
Well, we're gonna get on up out of here. Didn't want to make this too long. Um, you know, Shout out to everybody that's on their job, just trying to get down to some answers. They presented this information for everybody in the public. And, some people just have questions. So, you guys have a good one. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back.